Hey ho folks, 965 here again, out on another portable journey. This is the 31st of October 2015, which makes it Halloween, and we're out for another AM network, and unfortunately for you, it's Beacon Batch again. Now it doesn't bother me because I quite happily come up here every day. I love it up here, it's brilliant. I don't know what it is about it. It's not a particularly difficult one. In fact, it's not difficult at all. In fact, Gary would say the same. It's quite a, by our standards, it's quite an easy, 15-20 minute walk. But time constraints and work have meant that I just can't physically get anywhere better than Batch in the time I've got. I have managed to get away from work a bit earlier than I'd thought. It's now 20 past 4 and I managed to get away from work at 20 past 3. It takes an hour for me to drive here. So I've literally come straight from work and we're up on Batch. Both of us, me and 104, we both planned when we arranged the net, we both planned to be in Wales for an overnighter on different peaks, and a bit boggy up here today, quite sure why, but yeah, neither of us have been able to get time off the work. It's just, one of those things. So I know you've all seen Batch before, so I'm not going to bother with the scenery or anything like that, although we do look like we're in for a good sunset this evening, which is great. And we'll see what we can get on the old AM network. I'm trying the Elinco tonight, the DR135, and just obviously dial it back to standard power, because that's the whole point of these portable nets, is you use minimum as required up to the limit. So I'm going to try it and see how it fares with the tracer. I've not tried it with a tracer, so we'll see what kind of drain it puts on it. Shouldn't be any more than the UB with all its fancy lit up screen, so we'll give it a punt, see what the audio's like, see what the reports are like, and go from there. So that's all, and I quite happily come up here every day. But it's a little bit samey for all you folks watching, so what can we do? We said we'd have a net tonight, we said we'd be out, and rather than just say, oh, couldn't get anywhere because I was working, sorry. If we say we're going to be out, we're out. So we are. Right, I'm going to get a wander on. Looks like there's still a tractor up here. They haven't done this bit of the path yet. I don't know if you remember the last time they oh, completely covered in mud, never mind. We said that they were doing the path. Well, they haven't done much of it. I don't think the digger's moved since we were last up here. That's the sort of thing you've got to watch out for. If you're coming up here, things sticking out like that, piece of steel. So, there we go. This is the sort of, this particular, I call it summit, in the looser terms of the word. As we would both say that this is a pretty, what we call a soft target. It would be like it was in the week, pretty cold, pretty wet, bit of adverse conditions would be nice. That's really, for me, and my view of the CTX, that's what it's about. Tough conditions, adversity, and setting up and staying on the air. That's all the things that matter, for me anyway. Somewhere like, not everybody can do it. Pennygadir Van Brahiniog, Van Grahillic, Penavan, all the really tougher not really Penavan, because that's quite an easy one as well. But the ones that have got quite an arduous journey, and the ones where you can't just get up there in 5 minutes. For me, as I say, my view of the CTX, that is what it's about. Tough conditions, adversity, and really, putting yourself through it in order to get your station on the air, whilst it not being 100% about radio, So really it's for someone who enjoys the outdoors, enjoys a bit of exploration, but also enjoys a bit of adversity, a bit of toughness. You know, I'm not saying by any means I'm not proclaiming to be any kind of special mountaineering top wizard man. Just something that's a bit tough, you know, something that's a bit, I mean, this is easy, this is flat all the way to the trig. The only time this one is difficult is when there's zero visibility, it's below zero, and it's, you know, going from rain to hail, back to rain and strong winds. You can lose the plot of where you're going, but the rest of the time it's easy. But again, you know, it's not for everyone. You go out and work portable stations without having a CTX call sign. You don't have to have a CTX call sign to work portable. You know, so as I always say to people, you know, if you want to go out and set up a portable station in a field, go and do it. If you want to go and set up a portable station 10 feet from your car, go and do it. Enjoy yourself. You know, knock yourself out. Do what you want to do. But it's not really what we call CTX. So, you know, it doesn't go hand in hand with portable operations. Just go out and do it and go out and enjoy yourself. So, there we go. Anyway, this looks more like a roadworks site at the moment. You can't have a pile of stones and not climb it, can you? I don't know, there's something about a pile of stones. There you go. This is the highest you're going to be on top of this one. Ah, lovely sunset coming. I reckon it's going to be a nice one. Clear skies, pretty much. And yeah, just enjoy it. Enjoy being out. That's all that matters, you know. We're going to try this descent now. Keep your feet on the side. You'll be all right. There you go. So get out, enjoy it. You don't have to put yourself through torture to get on the air. But there we go. Anyway, enough waffling. I'm going to get on to the top. They've smoothed this down so much, you can run along here now. I'm certainly not Usain Bolt, but we're getting there. This is incredibly flat. I missed the sunset because I was talking to a couple of people and setting up the station. There's the station. That's it. I've swapped my t-shirt over like I showed you before. I've got that one on the clothes horse drying there. And we've got the Elenco running tonight. America on there at the moment. But shortly, I'm going to have a bit to eat. I didn't have anything to eat today. I managed to grab a bit of bread and a tin of beans out of the cupboard, and that was it. So that's what's dinner's tonight. Have a brew, and we shall go from there. Is this the one with my cup in it? No, this is the one with my cup in it. We got two 1.5 litre flasks tonight. I brought the old 35 litre day pack with me today. Never leave home without it. That's the wrong side. That's the wrong side. So anyway, we'll I think I just stuffed it in here. I was in such a thing to get away from work. I just stuffed it, grabbed a bit of bread. Yeah, I didn't even take it out of the packet, look. Just grabbed a bit of dry bread there, and that's what I'm looking for. Haha, there we go. CTX mug and the brew pot. So we shall get that going and wait for it to kick off. Very quiet and still up here tonight. Incidentally, that's the burial mound there. So it's not a million miles from the station. So if someone taps me on the back tonight, hopefully it'll be 104. Pretty sure he said he was going to have to come up here because he couldn't get. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So there we go. It'll be 104, I expect. It'll be good to get some time off work so we can get to some pretty, some better spots really. When I say better spots, this is a good spot. There's no question about it. It's a good spot, but yeah, as I mentioned, it's a bit of a soft one for us. But there we go. Time for a brew. Rations, tin of beans, and some chunks of bread. Oh well, needs must. Cracking sky tonight. So yeah, it's all good so far. Americans are bombing through on AM and upper and lower sideband, but that should probably quieten down in about an hour or so, which would be about 6 o'clock, so that'd be ideal. Anyway, I'm going to dig into my gourmet dinner and I'll be back shortly. Right then, as promised, we're on the night vision camera now. That you can see there is my infrared illuminator, so if I put that on, it'll actually blind the camera. It's infrared, so it basically means I can light up further away from the camera than usual. See, that's with it on, that's with it off. So we're going to see if we can pick anything out in the dark. I don't know if there's anything about, but I thought I'd give it a punt, see what we can get. This camera doesn't really do very well in the daytime. It's really only good for sort of nighttime stuff. So it doesn't really focus in the day. It focuses pretty well at night. So we'll be using this on and off just to see if there's any goings on. Old 104 has made it up here in the end, so yeah. We're both set up now. I think Gary's just setting up. I'm all set up. So yeah, it's all good. Anyway, we'll have a quick scan around. No, it would appear nothing. Nothing at all. So there we go. We'll have a little look down. Got a cup here somewhere. There it is. Right, we shall turn it off and save it for later. Catch you in a bit.
Too far out of Bristol, so we'll sit on the side and see if there's anybody else about.
Yeah, we're all near there. We did follow you down from 14, but John beat me.
Right, when you just went over the crest of the hill?
Yeah, that's Roger, mate. Yeah, I saw the van and the twig and thought, oh, someone's on the radio, and then suddenly clicked that it might have been you. So I stuck the old hazards on as soon as I could, look.
Yeah, I didn't actually see you go by. I was looking down at the frequency count.
1685, I just changed earlier.
There we go. We got Jodie, the 7777. She said she was going to call in, and fair play to her, she has done. And Kevin, 1685, also having a chit chat there. We've got Charlie Tango 120, Richard, I believe it is. He's calling on this frequency that we're running the net on. We are trying to get back to you, Richard, but so far you've not heard anyone. So keep trying, mate. Hopefully we'll hear you in a bit. Nicely, let's get return.
Yeah, I've got you there, Jason, just this way at the moment. Unusual, but I got interference on AM here back at home tonight.
Yeah, there's a little bit of skip kicking up there, nice.
And it's a 9-volt battery and it's only running at about 7.5. So I didn't think it'd actually work, but I've got on about 3/4. But I'm glad to hear it's better than the other one.
A lot of stateside kicking around, so it's not a surprise that they're calling in. So we put a call out and see what we can do. We give it the full call this time and see what happens. CQDX 26 Charlie Tango X-ray 965 26 CTX and 965. We're calling CQ for any possible stations and standing by. QRZ. That was a waste of time.
Yeah, no problem at all there, Jason. I'm about a few miles outside of the town of Buxton in High Derbyshire, more or less in the middle of the Peak District there, Jason. Your signal report is a signal 3 and you're a radio 5, QSL.
Yeah, all understood there, Michael. You're, I think it was a £6 Radio 5 to me, so that's a great copy down here. What's your height? Do you know? There, Sid. So absolutely no problems at all. You were on the car with a Sirio, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, they're pitching black up here. The old mist is coming in fast. We're putting a big one up so they can see to get it down.
I love the cold, mate. I never used to, but I do now. It's only about 8 degrees up here. Lovely and clear, and a slight breeze, but everything's covered in a bit of, not moss, dew. So yeah, I enjoy the cold there, Brian. Be nice to get back on one of those big mountains, mate. Back to you.
Yes, there we are, Des. Well, last summer, I believe.
What the hell's that? For f***'s sake.
What's your location there, Steve? Yeah, I'm about a quarter of a mile away from Gary and Jason, Rangers Batch, Mendip Hill, Somerset there, Michael. What's your 20 at the moment?
Is that his Roger Bleep?
Yeah.
Oh my days. Well, there we go, folks. An alternative Roger Bleep.
It's the scariest thing we've heard on this whole Halloween now.
Yeah, absolutely. But Gary's just pointed out the, I'm going to turn my head torch off. The moon's just popped up. Well, I say it's just popped up. It's been there the whole time. I hadn't noticed it. But it's, I didn't know we were having a blood moon. And it looks very Halloween-y. If I can get the thing to focus. There's the moon. I didn't think we were having a blood moon tonight, but if I just zoom out a little bit, from where I am, it looks like a pumpkin with a face on it. It just looks just like that, but I can't get it to focus properly. So, I've just done the first 2 hours of the AM net. It's now about 8:10, so Gary's taken over for the second half, and 16 in the book. It's very calm, eerily calm. It's about 8 degrees, so it's not cold, but it's not it's not overly warm. So it's certainly warmer for this time of year than it normally would be. But there we go. So lovely clear sky. We got a cup of tea on the go, and yeah, that's about it really. Nothing else to report. So we're going to stick on for the AM for the FM net on 3.5 afterwards, and we'll see what we can do. But we've had some good distance from Michael there up in Buxton, Derbyshire. That's a good one. I'll measure that when I get home. So I don't know what it is off the top of my head. About 140, 150 miles, I think. So that's not bad for AM at all. Not really much else to report, so I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk, and we'll catch you back in a bit. We are finished on our way down. You can't see much, but actually it's dark, and I'm trying not to break my neck on these stones. Yeah, 17 or 18 in the log for the AM net, and we also called into the FM net on 3.5, show a bit of support for the boys there. So all in all, not a bad evenings of radio. Nowhere near the support on the AM net that was kind of displayed on the Facebook and everywhere else, and I think a lot of stations maybe are sort of relying on it being like a skip event. But home base on a ground wave net, if you're running noise, you've got no chance unless you're up high with a low noise floor from home. You're wasting your time pretty much. So yeah, it's a case of getting out onto some high ground where there's a low noise floor and calling in from there. You'll hear a lot more as well as speak to a lot more. So there we go, that's the way it goes. You got you probably can't see it, but there's cows with some spooky eyes, and that's your lot. So heading off down now. Another full day of stuff to do tomorrow, working Monday, and then try and be out for the one on Monday evening for the yearly celebration of CB. So thanks everyone who did make the effort. That's what makes it worthwhile, and we'll see what we think about doing another one. Catch you later.